All right, another good night of Dirty Business Garage. We're here doing a little wiring on this old iron head. Just getting it ready to sell. It's a nice little one-kick bike, but that's what's going on today. Dirty Business Garage.
So tonight we're gonna wire this chopper from scratch. So let's walk you through it. It's real easy. A lot of people get confused, or what's the right word, Tommy? Intimidated, discombobulated, intimidated, a bunch of negative words, and it's really not that hard. So let's walk you through it and try to make it look easy. Oh. All right. Pitching. We'll go here.
So you did.
Okay, so what I'm doing is we're going to test everything before we wire it. So there's our ground.
Oh, it's killing me.
What's killing you?
Where's the clips? Where's your wire clips?
I don't have any.
Jumpers? Oh.
We're not at a shop, Tommy.
Work smarter, not blow shit up.
All right. Yeah, that's kind of backwards. All right.
Spliced it in here, huh?
Right. Right. Let's just do this right now.
Stevie, you already been there already?
What do you mean?
Is that your handiwork already?
No.
Romans. That's right, Roman did that.
You touched it last.
I touched it, yeah, you know.
Okay.
Fuji Denki wiring again.
So this should be low game. Alright. Let's see how that works. Which way is brighter?
That way.
This way?
Yeah, go swap it and get the bottom bulb just to be on. That way. So this should be your running light. That should be your high.
So this is your brake light?
Yeah.
That's brighter?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me see the spots now.
Before you start wiring, what you're going to want to do is test all of your lights or any of your systems to not only make sure that they work, but to also see which wire does what and so forth. So let's go to the brake light here, Tommy. So we've already established that this should be running light, that guy there, and then when you press on the brakes, this should be your brake light.
Okay.
So we're going to do that also to the front, to the headlight. So let's see here. And here's a prime example of this. Our headlight's got 3 wires. There's a black, a red, and a blue. Can you see that?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, okay, so what does what? Do you know?
Well, black should be the common,
Okay.
and then either red or blue is your low beam, high beam.
Okay, well, which one's which?
Don't know. Find
I
out.
don't know. Let's find out. So there's black on our ground.
Let's put your high beam.
Which one's brighter? That one's brighter.
Okay.
So the red one's going to be high, and the blue one's going to be running light. We don't have a horn. We have to wire up a starter, an electric starter, which we already know how to wire that. We're waiting for some supplies. There's no horn and no turn signals. So basically all we got to do is hook up a running light for your tail light, a brake light for your tail light, low beam, high beam on your headlight, and the starter and your coil and your ignition switch. So that should be everything in that circuit, and a fuse somewhere in there too. So you're always going to want to think before you do something. So right now we have a hole drilled in the frame, and it's been pre-wired so we can shove a wire through there. So our ignition switch is here. I almost made the mistake of running my ignition wire through this channel, but if I do that, I'm going to have to loop it back around instead of just going from here to there. So before you dip your toe into the pool, make sure you got a jacket on, Tommy.
Okay.
All right. Let's go there. So there's that. We have our tail light wired. Let's run our brake light. Well, I can't think of a funny story right now, Tommy, but you know what I can think of? I think about the space-time continuum. And I watched a video the other day, and it was from a mathematician, and basically he said the reason why he thinks time seems like it's going faster is because it is. So what that means is like once upon a time you only saw like 3 or 4 people throughout your day, and that's all you had connections with. And because you had very few connections, the continuum of time took a long time because of information and connectivity. But now, because we have cell phones and we're constantly connected all the time to each other, all the time, no matter what, everybody's a text or a click or whatever away. The connectivity is actually messing with the space-time continuum. So because we're connected across the globe, and because there's so many people now, as opposed to what it used to be 30, 40, 50 years ago, because we all know what's going on with each other, time is definitely moving faster. Because there isn't enough downtime for you to think about anything, because you're connected at all times that you're awake no matter what.
Yeah, here we are continuing from a couple months ago. I was like, just give me a diagram. I want to do it myself.
Show them the diagram, James. It's in the box over there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a good diagram.
Ah, there it is.
Look at this thing. It's
Explain it to me, James.
explain this. So
Show me.
I was gonna do it, and then I couldn't find any yellow wire, and then no, I didn't really even try to do it. Just try to make time to do stuff is hard, and then when it's not real easy, it's best to just let the guy do it that knows how to do it. Or watch the video and look at this diagram.
That's what Steve's doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
And you need eyelets and just a certain little things that make all the difference. So I finally got some brake cleaned, so we're well on our way. You need this?
I don't need that. I'm good. Thank you. I'm solid.
Let's file that back over there, Tommy.
I'll put it back with the other stuff.
Thanks.
So we already went through the brake light, high and low. Pretty much checked everything.
Ooh, yep.
Brake switch is good.
So this is a little more complicated because it's a kick and electric start, right, Steve?
I mean, you only add one extra circuit for the starter.
That's
so,
why we grabbed this thing.
yeah. Well,
Stuff. Had to go get stuff. Late night auto supply. Simple, right?
Hey, you know how that thing works?
Yeah.
how's it work, James?
How's it
You
work?
just plug these wires into that, and then it'll let you switch back and forth from your starter or your kicker. It's like a smartphone, right?
Sure.
Not long enough.
That's what she said.
Yeah, well, nothing makes her happy, so what are you gonna do?
Shit, man, this thing's gonna have brake lights and everything.
Everything. Everything.
Except for turn signals.
No turn signals.
Those come with the human. You got to do something while you're sitting up there, you know.
Tell me a funny story, James.
Well, I don't know if I got a funny story off the top of my head tonight. It's been a rough day. Been a little stressed out. This wasn't that funny. I do got a little story though about this bike since we're here.
Yeah, let's hear the story.
So my buddy gave me these 10s and they weren't even for this bike. He's like, paint these 10s and take them, just put them online and sell and raffle them off or something, you know. So I like, did some quick scallops, you know, something I've been wanting to do. I took some old lacquers and stuff that a buddy of mine gave me and did that. And then I was going through some stuff like when I moved, and I was like, what's in this old scroll? And as what this is an old Dave Mann drawing, and it's damn near this paint job. And I don't remember when I got this, probably 10 years ago at that a party we had, displaying a bunch of these old photos, but I thought it was kind of neat how close it was. At least all the colors. And so the lucky person that gets to purchase this bike gets a cool Dave Mann photo to go with it. I don't know. I thought it was a cool story.
That's a cool story.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a fun little bike. I just got to try not to get attached to it.
What is it?
This is like a 74 Sportster. They call them the Ironhead. It's got a kick on it, electric start, chopped, raked frame, bunch of cool shit on it, like this old tail light.
The motor's brand new.
The inside of the motor's like brand new. It's a great little bike. A lot of people, you know, old Ironheads get a bad name. It's because them so much, or sorry, people messed with them so much, kind of messed them up. But this one hasn't been really messed up that much. Nice and fresh. Should be
Like a summer's eve.
these bikes were built to race, you know?
Well, that's why they call them a Sportster.
Yeah. Like with the right hand shift, or right side shift, they were made to beat the Triumphs and Nortons back in the day, right?
Yeah, when the flat track was all the rage.
Yeah. Drag your left leg, just keep going left and shift all you want. But I don't know. For me, they've been the staple of Harley Davidson for a long time. It's a good starter bike.
It's a good everything bike.
Yeah.
Name what you can't do with one of these.
Right? Like my Ironhead, not here at the moment, but I still have it. It's I rode that thing for 20 years, you know? Changed it up a few times.
Well, that's the cool part is you can make it a cafe racer.
Yeah.
You can make it a chopper. You can make it just a stock bike. You can bore it out. You can make it fast.
Yeah.
You can de-stroke it, make it slow. They're very versatile.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
What are you laughing at, Tommy?
I just thought of Forrest Gump.
That's exactly the way I was trying to say it.
Shrimp gumbo, gumbo
You get
stew.
Sportster shrimp or what?
A Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Love Big Mac. Oh, wrong movie. Never mind. Sorry. By the way, that was like the best movie ever made. Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Heck yeah, dude.
When I was single after my first divorce, I had that playing on a loop at my house for like 6 months.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was just on all the time. Nobody watched TV, it was just on. Yep.
Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Love Big Mac. Well, they call it Whopper.
What do they call
I
it?
didn't go Burger King, man.
What do they call French fries? French fries. No, they call them potatoes or something, right?
No, they call them chips.
Chips, that's right, yeah. Who's they?
French people. Like Terrence and Phillip. Those are Canadians.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we had some chopper fun today, just putting this on the lift. When this board wasn't here, the front tire dropped right in that hole.
Surprise!
I wasn't ready for that. Was anybody else?
Well, I had the bike.
Yeah.
Nothing fell. We're
You
good.
caught it. You're like, oh yeah, skinny tire in the front.
So, oh, what wires what? one goes to the one side. The white one's
It's
getting
like a
somewhere else.
McDLT. The hot side's hot and the cold side's cold.
So it's not polarity sensitive.
No, okay, so on these coils, so this is a dual fire coil. So this is where everybody gets roped up. So single fire coil has 3 prongs on the coil. So you're feeding power to the coil, and then your ground, all of your ignition completes the ground. And when it does complete the ground, that's what actually fires the coil. So single fire is going to have 3 posts. You have the middle wire. The middle post is always going to be your power wire. And then the one on the outside is for one side of the coil, and the one on the other outside is for the other side of the coil. So this is a dual fire coil, which means both spark plugs fire through the coil at the same time, whether or not it's in time. So single fire coil is really good for racing because you can actually retard the coil or retard the timing on one or the other, or blah 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 blah. It's kind of complicated to, expunge on that right now. But this is a dual fire, so it's real simple. You have a power and then the ground, and then the ground is going to go to your points. Or if you have an electronic ignition, you'll have 2 wires or 3 wires on that. Normally you'll have something to excite the coil or make the ground to the coil, a power wire, and then a ground wire. And then sometimes they have like 5 wires to them, and then it gets kind of complicated with what they all do. But this is basic, simple chopper, easy wiring stuff. So the way we're wiring this bike is this. White wire is actually your ignition wire, so that's going to be your hot side. And then the small little red wire goes, like I said, to your points, and that's what actually fires your coil. So this is going to go to your brake light. This is your ignition. This is your running light. This is your ignition. We need to hook up your headlights, and then that should be all your lights for today. And then when we come back to it, we'll actually hook up your starter circuit, and then that should be everything.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's once you get going, it's like I said, not that complicated. You freak yourself out more than you really need to. Okay.
You already metered that up.
I already labeled them. Well,
Oh, you need a new ignition switch.
yep, that's it.
I think I bought 3 of them, so
There's lights, there's ignition, and battery.
I'm taking this back. To the stereo shop.
Is that where you went?
No.
Okay.
Why do they say a chopper only takes 3 wires? Seems like it's a few more than 3.
Well, if you remember right, when we first started doing this, it only took 3 wires to actually start it
Right.
once we kicked it over.
But then you want lights
Well,
and
you're
stuff.
going to need lights unless you want a ticket and you like
Yeah.
get your shit towed. Yeah. I mean, do you not want to ride your chopper in the dark? I know I do.
Yeah. I've been told before, not knowing my tail lights out, they're like, you're invisible when we come up behind you. But I'm like, you saw me? You pulled me over.
Right? Freaks come out at night.
Yeah.
Freaks come out. The freaks come out. You guys know that song?
Yeah.
You? Sing it.
It's like a disco, isn't it?
No.
Just go.
I don't know, man. You sing it better. So.
No, I don't. I can't.
You got me. I barely recognize that song. You got to sing more of it.
That's all I know of it.
You just know the freaks come out at night. basically.
Right? The freaks come out.
So some of the wires you put internally in the frame, right?
Just the ones that made sense is
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
All the other ones, we're going to need that tape once you find it.
Yeah.
Because you're really not going to see it anyway. And you kind of want to... I like being able to access it. I don't like running the stuff in a frame. It's
Yeah.
always... It's been my experience 100% of the time. It causes nothing but problems.
Yep. It's rubbing somewhere.
Right?
You might as well be able to see where it's rubbing. The freaky wire comes out all the time, not just at night.
It's not Taj Mahal. Dang it. I can't remember now. Can't remember the name of the band.
You want this chair over there?
No.
Houdini.
Houdini.
We can't use that.
All them guys are dead.
This wasn't the tape you're talking about?
No. It was the cloth tape.
Hey, didn't you have some over there in your toolbox?
The film tape, they call it? Not paper tape.
Not paper tape.
That bright green tape?
No.
Just kidding.
It's the black one.
Why is it gotta be black?
Because that's what color it is. That's why. For no other reason than that.
It's not the bigger one?
No. Okay. This is brake light. No.
The purple one was brake light, wasn't
Purple
it?
one's brake light. This is lights. Lights. Not gonna break it. Because you're being insubordinate. What's wrong with you?
Stop whispering. Making me uncomfortable.
So, yeah.
How's that gonna work?
Don't worry about it. I got this. Just watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like he's got the wrap around mixed with the reach around one.
So why do you guys doubt me? Like, it happens quite a bit.
He's yelling.
Well, you're working way over our heads.
He's yelling again.
No.
Why'd you drop that?
Because I can't feel my hands anymore, Tommy. That's why. Wah, wah.
You want me to hold that ignition?
No.
You want me to buy you a hand massager?
No. You know what would work? Some time off at work, dude. That would actually do me pretty good.
Yeah, but then you'll do shit at home. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I won't have to do shit at home and at work. So I'm only going to be working half the time.
Then we'll be painting stuff.
Yeah.
Get back to painting. That's what makes you happy.
Got that big grate thing in the garage that needs to be painted.
Still?
Hopefully it'll paint itself.
Pretty tight fit, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it right there, though. Not gonna get too hot or anything.
I mean, it's going to get hot, but where else are you going to stick it?
Yeah.
Trick question?
Is a what?
Trick question?
Patrick question?
Trick question.
It's a rhetorical. Okay. There's the key. All right. Okay. No?
Yep. You're gonna be running, but no.
Pull the switch.
There you go.
Oh, that's not very nice, is it? Did it do anything?
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Just slide that a little forward. No, it worked.
That
Yeah.
works.
Amazing.
That's it. Are you gonna run both the high beam and the low beam on a switch at the same time?
Is
Just the high beam,
just
just the low
run-
beam.
Just run them at the same time.
Okay.
I don't want a high-low switch. Just
Okay.
on. Bright. These aren't that bright.
Okay.
Not gonna hurt anybody.
Okay.
Not stopping traffic.
Okay. You got butt connector?
I think.
Just gotta do it that way.
Or joining them together in this holy matrimony?
Nothing wrong with that, right?
I don't know.
Will they fit in here?
You got a blue one?
No.
Do the freaks come out at night?
Not tonight.
Yeah, let me see it.
Oh. You wanna blow?
O'Reilly Auto
Too late?
Parts. Meow.
It fits. I got this blue custom one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an electrician's twist cap. Should wire the whole bike with that. See what happens.
Hey,
I'm not fixing it.
one of these got me home from Vegas one night.
So that's what color were you going to use? Yeah,
Perfect.
that's red and blue.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Woo! Staying to the blueprint.
Is that the actual color that I picked?
I don't know.
I think it should have been yellow, according to that blueprint.
Is that the yellow one I
Yeah.
talked about? Yeah. From the headlight, yeah.
Houdini. You should turn the camera around, Tommy, and record your dancing.
I don't want people to stop watching.
Nobody's watching anyway, Tommy.
80 people are.
And
It's just us four watching it 10 times a piece, 20 times a piece.
I don't.
That's what you say. I know you go home and you're like, oh, I gotta watch myself. Watch yourself.
look at me! Look at me! That's custom right there.
You like that?
How red and blue turns into purple.
Yeah,
That
well,
is-
it's lighter. You ever see that kid show? There's 3 primary colors. Only 3 are primary, it's true. There are 3 primary colors. Only 3 are primary, it's true. There are 3 primary colors. Blah, 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 blah. That's something new.
And as a painter, I thought I knew all those songs. This is an informative YouTube
Blue and-
channel.
Oh, you didn't even hear. You
Blue
were talking
and
about
red means
space-time
purple.
Continuum, earlier.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. I'm going to put on the bottom nerd alert.
yeah.
Have
Yeah.
Steve talk about it.
What, you guys aren't into quantum physics or nothing?
I'll have to wait till it comes out on the big tube.
No, I read all about that. Not all
Stuff.
I read nerd stuff. I understand nerd. Okay. You guys have walked in my computer layer.
Tommy has a lair. A lair. Lair.
You got a big screen, a 3 screen, a back screen.
Yeah,
Lair.
pretty much.
Den. Is it a den or a lair? Tommy.
Dun.
Oh, it's different. The Dan's more casual, layer is everything.
It's like formal.
Dan's like when you entertain.
Do you have a dragon or you are the dragon?
I own a dragon,
What's its name?
Billy.
Billy Badass. The dragon.
I thought you were going to say Bruce.
No, Bruce. Better get in on
Wow, that screw is in there. Pretty neat trick.
Very screwy.
Not gonna rope me up today, man. I'm not doing another header gasket like I did last week. What?
Huh.
Who? Oh, you broke it.
The fuck was that?
The seat settling in.
Oh.
This thing's about ready to go. It's like, I want to go.
Yeah, I thought some electrical blew up. I was looking over here.
There's nothing connected, Tommy.
That's the whole point.
It can't blow up if it ain't connected.
That's the whole point. Drop something. Drop something else.
Is that your watch?
Steve,
I don't have a watch.
Steve, drop something.
You want to watch?
No.
How come you don't want to watch?
Because what the heck am I going to do with it?
What's that Back to the Future saying? Something you can't tell time?
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
either.
remember. Crazy pedestrians, crazy drunk drivers.
Oh, I messed this up.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yep.
Steve's first time riding a bike.
What's happening?
I made the
Don't fit
wire
in?
too short.
Um,
It's a little bit tight.
Where's the wire stretcher? Do you have a wire stretcher?
Can only make left turns?
James, do you have a wire stretcher?
Yeah. I guess he didn't say I got permission,
Headlight.
blah, 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 you know.
The light's on
Is
too.
there a headlight?
Yeah. Brake light.
Oh, yeah, it is on.
It's blinding.
Blinded by the...
Light.
Wrapped up like a what?
I don't know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube.
Dude.
Like a douche?
You may kick it over now?
I mean, you can if you want. You really want to?
Let me see if I can do it with my hand.
Kind of late.
You're not going to do it with your hand. Oh, you're not going to do it with your hand.
All right, so we got pretty far with the wiring. I'm just lacking a couple items that we don't have to finish it. So next time
Cloth tape.
on Dirty Business Garage, we'll have
Cloth
tape with the brake clean, and we'll finish this thing. Thanks for tuning in.